Imagine looking up at the night sky, that vast dark expanse. What if it's not the edge of everything, but the inside of a prison? A prison so mind-bogglingly huge that our entire observable universe fits snugly inside. Sounds like something straight out of science fiction, right? But it's a genuine scientific theory. Our universe might just be chilling inside a colossal black hole, with its boundary being what scientists call an event horizon. So, how do we usually think about our universe? Most of us picture it as this enormous, ever-expanding bubble that popped into existence with the Big Bang about 13.8 billion years back. There's a limit to how far we can peek, right? About 46.5 billion light years in any direction. That's our observable universe. And anything further out, well, the light just hasn't had the billions of years it needs to get to us yet. And then you've got black holes. You know, those spots in space-time where gravity goes absolutely wild, so strong that once you cross a line called the event horizon, there's no coming back. Not even light can escape. Deep inside what we usually picture as a black hole, classical physics tells us there's a singularity, a point of infinite density where all our usual rules of physics just throw their hands up. These are the cosmic behemoths we think we've got a decent handle on, at least from the outside looking in. But what if we've got it all backwards? What if our understanding is, quite literally, inside out? That's exactly what a mind-bending theory called Schwarzschild cosmology, or more generally, black hole cosmology, suggests. Physicists like Raj Pathria and I.J. Good first played with this idea, and it's been fleshed out by thinkers like Nikodem Poplawski. The core concept: our entire universe might actually be the inside of a black hole. Picture this: a giant star in some bigger, older parent universe collapses under its own weight, but instead of crunching down into that singularity point, something newer theories, which bring in quantum mechanics, try to steer clear of. What if the collapsing stuff hits an unbelievably high density and then bounces? Proponents of this idea think this cosmic bounce could kickstart the expansion of a whole new universe, the event horizon of that newly formed black hole. So, our Big Bang? Maybe it wasn't a start from absolute nothing, but more like a grand opening of a black hole's event horizon. Now, this isn't just some random shot in the dark. It's actually based on some pretty serious tweaks to Einstein's general theory of relativity. Take the Einstein-Cartan theory, for example. It brings in a quantum thing called electron spin, and with it a concept called torsion. What Poplawski and other physicists have worked out is that this torsion could create a kind of pushback force at super extreme densities, enough to stop a singularity from forming and instead trigger that cosmic bounce, basically birthing a new, expanding universe right there inside the black hole. So, if this is actually how things are, then the event horizon of that parent black hole, from where we stand, that's the edge of observable universe. We'd be living inside something we can't escape, not because there's a brick wall, but because space-time itself is set up to keep everything in. Okay, so is there any actual evidence for this wild idea? Well, it's early days, but some recent peeks into the cosmos are interesting. Data from the James Webb Space Telescope has thrown up a bit of a puzzle. It looks like distant galaxies might not be spinning randomly. Instead of a neat 50/50th split between clockwise and counterclockwise spins, observations hint that about 2/3 of the distant galaxies they looked at are spinning in the same direction. Why does this matter? Well, physicists like Poplawski point out that if our universe was born inside a black hole, that spin could have given our whole cosmos a kind of preferred direction. This could, in turn, affect how large structures and galaxies form and spin. Now, hold on, there are definitely other possible explanations, like maybe how we're looking at them is skewed by our own Milky Way's rotation, but still, it's a curious finding that adds a new wrinkle to the whole conversation. So, what if this isn't just a cool theory? What if it's true? The implications are, well, they're huge. Our entire reality, how we experience space and time, would be completely wrapped up in what's happening inside a black hole. Our universe would be its own little bubble, totally cut off from any parent universe out there. A cosmic island with a border you can never cross. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? Are we really as free as we think, or are we living inside something so enormous and strange that we can't even begin to grasp its true nature? And get this, if black hole and universe could be a doorway to a new baby universe, then we could be looking at a cosmic nesting doll situation. Universes inside black holes, inside more universes, on and on. The thought that our universe didn't just pop up once, but is part of this endless cycle of collapse and rebirth, it's both incredibly humbling and pretty mind-blowing. So, what's your take on all this? Could our universe really be one of many blossoming from the heart of a black hole? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear them. And hey, if you're as captivated by these cosmic puzzles as we are, don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell. You won't want to miss where our next journey into the unknown takes us. Let's be clear, the idea that we're living inside a black hole is definitely out there. It's speculative, pushing right up against the limits of what we currently know, and it leans on physics that scientists are still figuring out and arguing over. But that doesn't stop it from being an incredibly thought-provoking concept, one that completely flips our script on where we fit into the cosmos. Whether it turns out our universe the inside of a black hole or something else entirely, just asking these kinds of questions stretches our minds. It's a great reminder that reality is probably way weirder and more amazing than we can even imagine right now. That fuzzy edge of our observable universe. Maybe it's not just how far we can see, but a little clue pointing to an even bigger, more connected and seriously mysterious cosmic setup. We're all just explorers bobbing in an ocean of things we don't know, and theories like this one, they're like the hand-drawn maps that dare us to ask even bigger, bolder questions.